Hey guys, Abs here. I'm going to be taking you through a demonstration of Bookmarklovers Premium. So I'm actually at the website now, bookmarklovers.com/premium, and you would have been emailed your details. So your email address is what you're going to use to log into the Bookmarklovers website, and your password will be your transaction ID, which was also emailed to you as well. So I'm going to sign in now. And this is exactly what you're going to see, guys. We're not going to have any groups or anything in here because it's a brand new account. So the very first thing that you've got a number of options down here which we'll be going through any second, but the very first thing that we should be doing is creating a group. You can create as many groups as you like. You can name the groups however you want to name the groups. So for example, if you're working for a number of websites, you might prefer to keep your groups organized and name the groups after your websites. Alternatively, if you want to make specific groups based on the age of your website and the power of the group, so for example, you might have one website that's only 2 months old, and you might have some more websites that are, say, 8 months old. You might not want to post the same amount to, you might not want to create the same amount of backlinks to the website that is only 2 months old as you would for the websites that have much more age. So what you can do here is you can actually name them applicable, you can name them accordingly as well. So you could call it 2 months and under, or whatever you want, and then add the amount of groups that you want to add, add the amount of connections to that group as you feel the need to add, and then obviously have more groups that have more connections, which means that they have more power, and you can actually put your websites through them at different stages depending on the age of your website or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to call this group, for example, and let's call it Auto Backlink Bomb. Okay, I'll call it autobacklink.com. I'm going to leave the max post per submission blank, guys, and what that does, if you leave it blank, it'll default to 0, which means it will post to all of the available connections in that group, which it will start making sense as soon as you start using the website. So we've got autobacklink.com. That's our first group that I've just created. You can view the settings for that group just there, and in the settings area, that's where you can change the max posts per submission. So for example, if I made a quick post from here now, and say for example I had 10 connections inside of that group, if I've set this group to only give, say, 5, then it will only post to 5 of them accounts and get us 5 backlinks only. So you can control that from there as well. Okay, so once we've created our groups, guys, again, you can create as many groups as you like. Let me just create another one just for example's sakes. I'll call it bookmarklovers.com. Actually, I'll create one more, and I'll call it under 1 month. Okay, because my websites that are under 1 month, guys, I might only want to add one connection, only one connection each to that group, rather than for Auto Backlink Bomb, I might want to add 3 connections of each one to that group, because it can take much more power. So anyway, I'm going to go over to add connections now. Now in add connections, guys, these are your options that you have at the moment. You got Pixel Pipe, you got Ping FM, you got Hello Text, you got Posterius, you got Tumblr, Reddit, Slash.com, StumbleUpon, BuzzNet, BuddyMarks, Big Son of Me, Blinklist. You got quite a few, and many more are going to be added as well. One thing that I want to speak to you about is Pixel Pipe. Now Pixel Pipe has 3 ways of you to log in. You can either use your Pixel Pipe normal details, which would be your email and your password, or you can log in via Twitter, which would be using this one here, or you can log in via Ovishare, which you'd be using this one here. You can add multiple amount of these connections in there, guys. There is no limit to the amount of connections you can add, but do play it wisely, because obviously you don't want to be putting your website through too much when it can't go through too much. So play it nice and slowly, and find that area, or find that correct amount of backlinks that you need for the post to get the desired results for you. So for example, I'm going to show you how to add a connection now. So if we go to Hello Text, and the very first thing you have at the top is group. So here, guys, you can actually select what group you want to add this Hello Text account to. Do you want to add it to Auto Backlink Bomb, Bookmarklovers.com, or under 1 month, or whatever you've named your groups? You'll enter your username and your password. If it doesn't go through with your username, guys, try entering your email address, because some of them are authenticated via email rather than username. With the date of birth field, you can leave it blank for every single site other than friend site. Friend site will require a date of birth in there. Once you've added your details, guys, for example, I've added my details. You click on add service. What you notice here, it'll say entered credentials is not valid for friend site, for the friend site service. Let me see if I can get a dig account up here. Give me 2 moments and I'll put one on. Okay, let's have a look and see if this is going to work. Oh, yep. Oops. Okay, I'm going to put this on pause and add my details in there. Okay, you can actually see them. I don't really need this account anyway. Okay, so I'm going to click on add service. I'm not 100% sure if this account is active. It is, fantastic. So it says dig service has been added. Now, you can do this as many times as you want. So for example, I could add another dig account as well if I wanted to, enter them details in there again and assign it to whatever group I want as well. And you do this for as many accounts as you like, many connections as you like. You go to my groups again, guys, and what you'll notice is that under connections, it'll actually tell you how many connections you've got for each one. We can click on connections now, and we can see for dig, we have 1 connection in the autobacklinkbomb.com group. You can view the settings for this group as well, guys. And what this setting does here now is, now just remember that we're looking at the dig account on auto backlink bomb. Now this setting here is for your dig account specifically. So for example, if I added 4 dig accounts, but I didn't want to post each submission to all 4 dig accounts, but rather I wanted to post to say 1, but I wanted the software to rotate between them, then you'll enter 1 in there. You'll ensure that this is unchecked. And what the software will do is every time it makes a post to your group, the auto backlink bomb group, and if it had 4 dig accounts, it will only post to 1. The next time you make a post, it'll post to another one. And the way we've configured the system, guys, is to take the most oldest account and use that one. So for example, if you made a post today and it posted on 1 dig account, and then you made a post tomorrow, then it won't post on the dig account that it posted on today, but it'll post on the most oldest dig account, which hasn't been used for quite some time. And exactly the same, guys, if you had 4 dig accounts in here and you entered 2, then the software will submit your URL to 2 of them dig accounts, and on the next occasion it will post it to the next 2 dig accounts, and so forth. Alternatively, you can post to all of them. If you want to post to all of them, then just have this one checked here, and this one will overwrite any other settings. So use all accounts, and that will overwrite any other settings. Go back over to my groups, go back over to the connections, guys, and we just looked at the view settings for dig. We can also now look at view accounts for dig, and if you had more accounts in here, it would actually list the amount of dig accounts you had in there, showing you your username for each one. Next to each one, guys, you'll actually have another 3 more details, another 3 more areas that you can actually explore further. One of them is obviously change credentials. That's to change your dig details or whatever account you're in, and one of them is to remove them. But the area that's going to provide us with our results is going to be the view post results, and that's going to be on there. Obviously we haven't sent anything over, so nothing's going to be on there. Okay, so this is how you add groups, and this is how you add your connections. Add as many connections as you like, assign them to a group. Once you're done, guys, you can either use the quick post section and post away. As you can see, guys, from the bottom, you've actually got a selection to what groups you'd like to post to. Now, for example, auto backlink bomb bookmark levels in under 1 month, or we can deselect the ones that we don't want to post to, and only select the ones that we do want to post to. And again, each group has its own individual settings, which you can find from the my group section. You've got one section here to tell the group how many posts you want, the maximum amount of posts you want for any submission that's getting sent to that group, and then you've got another setting for each available linked account for that group as well, where you can also tell it how many accounts you wanted to post to for each submission. Each submission would be each time you use the quick post, or each time you make a blog post on your WordPress blog. Other than that, guys, what we need to do is download the WordPress plugin if you want to use it on your WordPress site, and you also have the submitter as well, which we need to download. I'll be taking you through the WordPress plugin and the submitter on the next video tutorial, but just before we complete on this, guys, if we go over to settings, you can change your password here, and you can also allow auto URL shortening by checking this checkbox here. Now, auto URL shortening uses Bitly, which is very advisable because they provide a permanent 301 redirect, which will provide you with the link juice that we're looking to get. But the reason it's actually advisable, guys, is because sites such as PixelPipe and Ping FM will automatically shorten your URL and use a 302 redirect, which doesn't provide us with the link juice that we're looking for. So as a result, guys, I would certainly recommend all of us use the auto URL shortening, even though we might want our own URLs to show up. And the whole reason behind it, guys, is because this is a system that works, and we need the URL shortening in there to get that link juice. So I'll see you on video 2, where I'll be taking you through the WordPress plugin and the submitter as well. Thank you very much, guys, and hope to see you soon.